CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening, I'm Andrew Johnson. Hudson Mack is off tonight. We begin with a landmark decision in BC that will reverberate across the country. A terminally ill BC woman has won the right to die with dignity after a provincial Supreme Court judge ruled Canada's ban on physician-assisted suicide is against the Charter of Rights. Here in Victoria, the decision hits close to home. 19 years ago, the Supreme Court of Canada rejected ALS patient Sue Rodriguez's appeal to do the same. There was celebration on the steps of the courthouse when the ruling came down, but there are also critics who say today's decision means lives will unnecessarily be lost. CTV's Aaron Glazier has our top story.
Gloria Taylor has fought and won the right to die.
Today, the BC Supreme Court, in a watershed decision, has ruled that the right to die with dignity is protected by the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
The decision made by BC Supreme Court Judge Lynn Smith states, while public opinion is divided regarding physician-assisted suicide, the current prohibition outlined in Section 241 of Canada's Criminal Code violates Taylor's Charter of Rights.
This case is a major victory for individual rights at the end of life.
Taylor has ALS, a debilitating neurodegenerative disease. Her successful challenge comes almost 2 decades after Sue Rodriguez of Victoria faced the same disease and lost a similar court battle. But the judge ruled the legal landscape has changed, and people here agree.
I'm not averse to ending suffering, and when there's no future prospect of anything different.
The judge also granted a 1-year suspension to give the government time to study her decision. But Sue Rodriguez's lawyer, Chris Considine, says it's a step in the right direction. He was with his client when her health deteriorated to the point where her joints had dislocated and she could no longer feed or bathe herself.
Sue Rodriguez would, I'm sure, very much have identified with Gloria Taylor today. She would also be very pleased that the Canadian courts were prepared to review the issue and find a way to give patients this option of physician-assisted suicide when they're terminally ill.
But critics say the decision could be a slippery slope. People could be murdered lawfully or brought to an earlier death in order to save costs in the healthcare system. A Victoria woman who worked in Oregon as a nurse where physician-assisted suicide is legal says that is not likely.
It's not like you can just walk into the doctor's office and say that's what you want to have happen, right? So there's so much oversight of it, I think, that it would never become the kind of issue that people are concerned it will be.
Taylor did not speak publicly after the ruling, but provided she meets certain provisions, the judge ruled she alone can apply to the court for an assisted suicide within 1 year.
It's obviously a very profound decision she has to make, and whether she makes it and when she makes it is entirely up to Gloria.
A woman who, like many others, just wanted the choice, and now she has it.
Aaron Glazier joins us live with more. Aaron, this ruling may not be the final word on the issue. Is there still a chance it could be overturned?
The answer is yes, Andrew. The Government of Canada has until July 16th to file a notice of appeal if the ruling stands. However, it would put BC in the company of the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Switzerland, all countries where physician-assisted suicide is legal. There are also 3 states in the U.S. that allow it, and those are, of course, Oregon, Washington, and just recently, Montana.
All right, thanks, Aaron.
You're welcome.